is the point. Then we'd all be 6. Well, hello there.
Yeah, you can go on.
Oh, I'm just saying, yeah. That would be kind of shitty.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to.
Oh shit, we are live.
Yeah, he's like,
No.
you go.
You think
I
so?
didn't even know.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to. I don't know what's the stream called because this is not 6 scale news. This is who you gonna.
It's
call?
called Let's Talk.
It's called Let's Talk. Exactly. I think someone already used that name. But no problem. I'm here with all for peace. So tonight we are going today for you. Tonight for me, today for you. I'm joining you here with Anthony P. Proc and Hector 16 Shape. We are going to talk a bit about Ghostbusters, and it's good that we have Anthony here with us because Anthony, he has the Blitzway ones, and he can share some of his opinion. He can trash on the present toys ones. I know that's why he's here for.
Oh, it's funny.
But Anthony, how's everything? All good?
It's great, man. It's just barely 9 o'clock in the morning here. Just having my morning coffee, and I saw the post and saw you wanted to do a let's talk kind of thing. So here we are, man. Here we are. Catch me when I'm early, man. I'm grumpy, so maybe we'll see what I say about the. It's early.
What, let me ask you, what coffee is that? That it's what? Cappuccino?
Starbucks.
What's that? Starbucks.
Nah, it's just iced coffee with some creamer. No sugar, nothing like that. Just plain old cold coffee.
Good.
Good.
I'm not a fan
And
of
we
cold.
got as well. Shut up, P-Rock. We got as well my friend P-Rockzilla that he got these. Oh, I cannot say right.
Secret, don't spoil it.
You know what you about to say?
You got a surprise for us. Probably will be. You will
Today
be
should be today before the
He's
He's got a huge package.
before LWO,
Yeah.
right? A huge package.
Yep. We're aiming for like LWO. It depends on what time to start. I think we're starting at 10:30, so I think we're aiming like at 9 Eastern, so like an hour and a half before LWO.
Great. Cannot wait. And we got as well 16 Shape, my friend Hector, that is streaming from his car because he's doing his in the work time, but he was kind enough to come to join us. Hello, Hector. How are you?
Hello, live from the Hyundai Elantra. What is going on? Speaking of big packages.
Hell yeah.
It's all good. So let me just address here the chat pretty fast. We got here Sparks Throne, we got Insane One, we got Hot Hometown Hero. How are you, my friend? Hot Toys Hotline. How are you? Andres Narves, Ryan Smith. He's saying he's not calling Toys Era with that Joel head sculpt. That's true. It's not the best one. We got Andre, you are in UK, right? How are you? Where is the Keymaster? We got Excel Moral. We got 6 Scale Mafia, Iron King, Connor. Let me see here. Anyone else want to see Toys R Us Toys Ellie before spending a pen on this TV series figures? Lim are already at my man. Yeah, I think Lim Toys is the best one. I don't know if anyone is going to get the license for those ones, but let's see. El Profesor also in the house. Mario, you are not going to join? Are you at work? Is Mario at work? Do you know? And
Yeah, he's at work. He's at work.
Okay, great. Tremble Dust. We got as well Insane One, Joker J, Flo Z, Agent Silver Fox. We got Damn It Spock. I love this nickname. Afternoon from the UK. And Ryan, Mr. Mum Collectibles.
Mr. Mom.
Hello, my friend. How are you? So, yeah, we got the Ghostbusters from Present Toys. We already have the idea. We saw some photos before, and today, finally, we saw even more photos. Oh, Jesus. We saw even more photos. And... no, it's not this one I want to show you, see? When you are not ready for the stream. Okay. So, here we got here Winston. This is not yet open for pre-order. I think he told me will be up next week. they are going first to announce Winston and I always mistake the name, Spinkman, right?
Venkman?
Venkman. Spinkman.
It could be
Venkman.
Pinkman.
Venkman and Winston are the first ones. After, they will announce the other two and Slimer too. They are going to do Slimer as well. I don't think it's the best strategy. I think it was best if they just give us the 4, and you would see the 4 and say, okay, this is a cool 4-pack that I want. But if they are going to do the 4 of them, that's what it is. But judging from this Spankman Mario, you already know it's midnight here sometimes. Spankman. But yeah, we already got these two photos first. They don't look like, and they are not, I think, recast from Blitzway. Anthony, you have the Blitzway ones.
They're not.
In your first sight, what is the first differences that you can find in these ones? Because
Well, I mean, right away,
some inaccuracies, right?
Yeah, well, Winston's head sculpt's obviously different. Right, his mouth is open here. The if you look at the pads, their shoulder or their elbow pads, I don't think are quite as accurate. And when I was looking at the wand and the other image, it just looks a little disproportioned right here. I think you could see some of I could probably grab one of mine to show you, but like it looks a little off proportion.
Like the head looks too small. It's like a Mezco almost.
Well, I mean specifically on the wand. Like some of the parts I think are like a little oversized. Mm-hmm. But of course these are going to be, these are not going to be Blitzway wall. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be for what they are as third party. So I don't think they're going to be as extremely accurate. It's hard to say though, because I'm not really, it could be the lighting or the way they color graded these two, but I'm not really digging the sculpts. Like you can kind of tell that that's who they are. And I'm trying not to be biased here.
Let me ask one thing first. The strips, they are all weathered as well in the Blitzway ones.
For which one? I'm sorry.
For both of them, the strips, those green strips.
Oh, the cage
from the product.
For their pack. I mean, kind of, sort of. Here,
I'm just
show
trying to understand if these suits are exactly already done by Present Toys or if they are the Blitzway ones at this moment. But seems that they are already.
Let me grab one really quick.
Okay.
The suits look way too baggy, and I think that's what's messing with
I also think so. In the legs, especially in the legs, they look a bit baggy.
Yeah, it's just something is definitely going on, and I think it's really the tailoring. I think if they kind of tighten it up a little bit, I think these can be, a good substitution for those who don't have them and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's another thing's gonna matter too, like the price also compared to if you can get the Blitzway one.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they're not going to be a 4-pack because that's going to save us on shipping.
Exactly. Yep.
So if you'd like, since we're looking at Venkman here, let me.
But these would be cool too. If you want to put them in, if you want to have your Ghostbusters in the Ecto one, these would probably be a good replacement because you won't.
Yeah, I mean you could. Yeah, but let me move my mic. So if you want to. Here, let's see if we can get him in focus.
Let's see this is gonna sound funny, but let's see the thighs real quick. I just want to see if it's baggy there or not. That's a little.
Oh, they're baggy. They're baggy.
Yeah, but that looks tailored to the actual body. That looks good.
Yeah, I mean these are amazing figures in their own rights. It'll be interesting to see how they tackle the proton pack. I don't know how Present Toys is going to be able to make this all accurate. I mean, that's very badass, So, but you can kind of tell when you look at the wand in the photo versus the actual wand from Blitzway, you'll notice differences, of course. And then when you have the Alice cage that's holding it, right? These are the straps you're talking about. If we can bring it in a little more detailed, you can kind of see how these are. And and I know you're familiar with it, Joel, but there's like you remember the World War II figures or some of the Didco or face pulls figures? These are all very reminiscent of a lot of military style figures. So like you actually have your clamps that you have to clasp to lock everything in.
Okay.
You know, you really have to assemble the figures in that respect. They definitely remind me of some of my World War II figures. But I mean, dude, the Blitzways are just awesome. So, you know, it's hard to say. I get it. Like, you may want to buy these because they're obviously going to be cheap and they can work, right? They can work as kind of a placeholder of sorts, right? But I'm not necessarily convinced that they're going to be. Well, of course they're not. They're not going to be the Blitzway figures. They're just not. I mean, we can all just get that out of our heads, right? Like they'll be okay, but they're not going to be the originals. So I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Completely.
But the cages look right. The Alice straps look right. I mean, but again, we don't know about these photos, right? I mean, is this these aren't 100% Present Toys photos, right? Like everything that we're seeing in this picture, none of this stuff is Blitzway product.
We check here. This Blitzway. Then this one. This is the only one I have at this moment, and I got this photo only for the live stream. Comes with 2 head sculpts. Okay, you have that kind of angry head sculpt, or like he's
Slimer's coming at him right now. That's the scene.
And from what I understand and what was explained to me is the proton pack that you are seeing here. It's the one from Blitzway. And I think you can see, right? This is exactly the one from Blitzway that you can see here in the photo. Present Toys is now doing their proton pack, and they said it will be 90 to 95% exactly the same as the Blitzway one. They will have the lighting including and everything, and it will be with wires too. So, I mean,
when you say it'll be with wires, what do you mean? Like it can plug in USB or? No,
sorry, because the proton pack, I never had the Blitzway one in hand, right? But in those wires that you can see, those are really wires. That is not molded plastic, right?
Correct. These are wires. Oh, so this is what you meant right here. Exactly, the actual wires they're not going to be sculpted. They're going to be wires just like this.
That's what Present Toys say they are going to do as well. I mean, putting for example in my position that I'm going to get the Afterlife. It's not like that I have the option, and no one at this moment have the option to get these figures that you have in hand at a decent price, right? Unless you really find a very good deal. But those deals are difficult to come by.
Yeah, they're extremely hard to come by, of course.
So we are left with these options at this moment. Can these figures, for example, if they turn out not to be really amazing, but of course they will not be amazing, but can they serve, for example, as a base to do a Ghostbusters to display with your Ecto 1 Afterlife? I think probably they will be enough, right? Probably they will be enough.
Yeah, see, it's so hard for me because I have them, right? So I'm trying to
exactly.
I'm trying to remove the bias, right, from my brain and being like, okay, I don't have any Ghostbusters. Now I have an opportunity to buy them. How do I feel about it? So we hide Venkman over. I don't own these guys, right? So that's where you try to get your brain to be like, all right, cool. So I feel like, yeah, if you don't have any, okay, these will be an affordable, placeholder.
I wouldn't. Too, it depends on the price. Did they say the price yet?
They're gonna be cheap.
No price.
I'm hoping they're gonna be cheap. I'm hoping.
Yeah. 2 head sculpts, proton pack. Other question: the ones from Blitzway, they only come with those gloved ends, or they come with normal ends too?
Depends on the figure. Some of them have.
Venkman comes also
hands.
with okay.
Right. Some have actual hands, and then they all have gloves. But I think
course.
Venkman and do they all come with hands? I'd have to look through my stuff. I know some of them come with actual hands, if not all of them. I'd have to go look at all my accessories, but they all come with the gloves.
I think I have. Oh, you see, they all have. Hands
Yeah,
here.
then yeah, they all have hands. Then yeah.
And this set is.
See, they don't look that bad in this picture. They don't look that bad when you have them all.
Well,
together.
these are Blitzway.
Oh, I'm about to say.
That's why. They
All right, everyone get some.
Yeah, this is the Blitzway for comparison.
This is
Show the
Blitzway.
picture of all of them already.
You know, these third parties, I mean, they're going to be, I predict they're going to be between 150 to 175 per figure.
Yeah, something like that.
And there's nothing you can fix without a body replacement, you know. So I mean, that's the thing about third parties, dude. Like, you get what you get, but you can always improve on it and stuff. So I'm all in for this. Basically just off the fact that if I just need to replace a part, I can just replace a part and make it look as good as it can be. But if you go back to the Peter, where it shows like all his accessories and stuff like that, that picture to the right where he's screaming that Slimer's coming after him, I think he looks awesome right there. Like, the proportion wise, that head sculpt looks pretty cool. So
It does look awesome, but Anthony knows this better than any of us here. These promo photos, they are heavily edited, right?
Yeah, of course,
To look, a
right?
lot more real.
But that's not to take away from it either, because
No, they look good. I think
they could still look very good in hand as well, right? You know, honestly, you know what I'm most excited for about this whole thing is the damn display base,
the display base.
because these Blitzway display bases suck.
Well, the Blitzway display bases are they have the logo, or they are just
Yeah. So, but here's the problem. For those of you who don't know, if you want a full screen me, I'll show you. These are weird. So you can create. You have to plug these poles in through the bottom. You take the bottom plate off and pop the poles in, so these poles can slide left and right, as you can see.
wow.
And then they lock in to the top piece, which is right here. And they're a pain in the ass. They're pain in the. Anybody who owns these, if anybody in the chat owns these Blitzway Ghostbusters, sound off, because you guys know these bases are a pain. They do have the logo, as you can see, but they're a pain in the ass, dude. So seeing these right here, I'm like, oh look, they're making some standard bases. I'm excited for that. Listen, I'm probably gonna pick these up anyway, just to have extra Ghostbusters. Again, be nice to have some different bases, you know, different head sculpts. We can play around with it, you know. As 16 Shape said, you know, you can do anything, man. When you get a figure, okay, cool, you can body swap if you need to. There's, you know, a bunch of great sculptors, and well, in this case, painters in the community, right? Well, you know, like,
Yeah.
Even with Blitzway, I know people who have sent out their Blitzway sculpts to be repainted, you know. So you can do, you know, whatever. If it's all about within your budget and what you want to do with these figures, right? So if you wanted to pick these up, say, and get them repainted, right? If a sculpt is good, that's really the key to everything, right? Because if you have a great sculpt, then painters can do magic, right? If you have a shitty sculpt, there's not much paint can do, you know. So I think the sculpts look good. And we'll have to kind of see, you know, from there, you know. But no, I think it's cool. I think at the end of the day, it's cool. It gives people a chance to own some Ghostbusters in their collection. Yes, they're not the legit ones, but that's okay, right? I mean, finding a Ghostbuster set's, you know, $3,000-$4,000,
It's
whereas
impossible at this moment.
you'll be able to get probably all these for 6 to 8 tops, is, you know, somewhere around that line. So whether or not you feel comfortable with them in your collection, that's on you, right? I mean, you may want
There's also
may want the legit, or you may not care, right? And be like, I don't care if these are third party, I just want some Ghostbusters. And if that's the case, cool, you know. But I'm telling you, the wand. See, look, so when we look at the wand here, it's there's some shit that's off. I can tell. It's just a little. The proportions are a little weird. But again, these are probably early stages, and you said they haven't finalized. They haven't even started the actual proton pack yet.
Yeah, I think it is really the case of wait and see. Wait and see will this turn out, because the proton pack will be very important. Is a very important piece, and they need to make it right, or else it will be.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you think about Ghostbusters, right? I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but when I think about Ghostbusters, I'm thinking, over half of the reason you have them is the proton pack, right? I mean, it's not just a figure. If I had like a Thor figure, just throwing out a figure as an example, and they have just random accessories, whatever. I don't care if they're phenomenal accessories, but when it comes to Ghostbusters, it's like, it's all about the suits. It's all about the proton pack, the wand.
Exactly.
It's the whole package.
It's the full set, right? Exactly, it's a full set, because even it's like you said, even if they nail the head sculpts and the head sculpts look good, then the suit need to follow, because if not, they will not work. So they really need to do an amazing job on this. The Nobby too in the house. Bill Murray looks like he's been served papers from his recent suit.
What was the last Present Toys figure? Was it that Indiana Jones?
No, the last one was.
They showed off Blade.
No, the release actor is meaning the release. The last one was Marty McFly. The Back to the Future.
Oh crap!
And before that, but you see, they are a hit and miss really, because before that one, they had the mask that was really good. They did the mask
I remember that.
amazingly well. And they are still doing those. They have too much stuff in there, and they did the 2-pack from Breaking Bad too. That seems that look good. Let me just address here a super chat from Awesome Town Hero. Thank you so much. Best fig for least amount of money. This one with repainted face and new body, or a custom outfit and face sculpt. I think if you go into a custom outfit, you will pay much more. Only the custom outfit.
Yeah, in the long run.
Custom outfit with
a custom outfit's going to run you anywhere between $300 and $1,500 depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, so this will be your best option.
I think the outfits are fine, bro.
Yes, me too, man. I'll put them in the vehicle.
If you look at the outfits,
maybe a body change. Maybe a body change will be needed. Normally in these figures, it's always needed. A body change will be needed. And the last time I remember in your stream, you had a stream before. I don't know if it was 2 weeks ago with Danobi, that you were talking just like, if the proton pack doesn't work, we can always go to eBay and get one. But the proton packs are also expensive on eBay.
Well, they've come down a little bit. They're about like $100. But that's if you want to, spend even more money.
So
right?
That's $400 on proton packs.
Yeah, correct.
That's crazy. Right.
Now the only thing is as you've shown us here, so thank you for them for showing that, letting you have that photo of Venkman with the two sculpts, because that's interesting, because that makes me think, like, are they all going to have two sculpts?
They should. Yeah.
All of them are. All of them have two sculpts.
Oh, okay. They confirmed it with you?
No, I know at least Winston and Venkman. The other two, I don't know.
Okay, because Winston's kind of, he's kind of yelling and it looks weird, and so that's why I was like, if they all have at least two head sculpts, I think that's kind of a neat plus, especially for people who don't own it. But for people who do own it, if we wanted to have some other options, I kind of like that. My only personal gripe is I wish they were Ghostbusters 2, because then I would just be like, oh, cool, I'm totally in. I want the dark jumpsuits and the slime tanks, and that would be kind of neat. But
dancing toasters.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell, But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know. We'll have to see how the outfits look identical from what I'm looking at, down to the belts, everything. All that looks the same.
But
all this,
man, and
if
you display
with
the
for sure that these outfits are not the same ones.
See, I don't know. Right? Could they have just taken the Blitzway figure, just went, oh, here we go, and then
Because I'm seeing that
pop their
logo,
head
the
sculpt on it.
Ghostbusters logo on the arms. I don't know if they would do that.
See, but I
No, they
think though,
would, because when you get a lot of third party stuff, they'll give you like Nike shoes, and they don't care. You know, as far as like licensed things go.
Because the
I
belt
mean, shit, you got
seems
the Ghostbuster
same,
logo on the
everything seems
base.
the same.
whoa.
Let me see. The belts, they look exactly. Oh no, it's different, right? They are different, or is different accessories? Because I don't know if we have different accessories that you can use in the utility belt.
Well, all the
Because-
belts are basically the same. You've got you know, everything here. You've got your key, you know, your hooks hanging here. You got here. You got your walkie-talkie here. They're all the same on all four figures.
Let me put you solo. I want to see the
Oh,
left.
sure.
side.
All right.
Let me
See, the base
left
just
side.
this thing's just fall apart. This fucking thing. So we don't need the base.
Oh.
So if you want me to just
So I'm already
kind of
seeing
get
the
in for you.
difference. There's already a difference from the one from the present toys one. Wait, let me put solo again. Can you show me again the left side?
Camera left.
His left, his
No,
waist left,
His left.
his waist left.
Okay.
You
And the
see
yellow part,
here-
is that actual tubes?
No,
Yeah, these are
that's-
just there's just tubes that you roll up. You can just roll these up. They're just rubber. They're just rubber pieces, like a rubber hose.
You know why? Because you see here in the present toys one, in the left side, there's that it's different than yours. It's missing something, isn't it?
What do you mean in the belt or in the outfit in general?
No, he still has the hooks.
Yeah.
There's four pieces there. Now I don't know if they have the hoses there. I don't see the hoses in
are
that
not there.
photo.
The hoses are not there.
Yeah, it's hard to say, man.
I think on yours, the Blitzway one, you see more black than you see on the white than on his side. That's probably what he thinks.
Yeah, and again, they're not going to be identical, right? They're going to have some differences, but I think overall, I mean, I'm still kind of on the fence on how I feel overall about it, but I guess if it's you know, if people want an opportunity to have some Ghostbusters, cool.
It's always good to have opportunity.
Yeah, but we're just gonna. I think we're gonna have to wait and see. Kind of take that approach.
Yeah, exactly. But what the Nobi is saying is exactly what we were saying. Is the proton pack will make or break the set. If the proton packs look and act cheap, they'll take the figures down with them. Yeah. And Awesome Town, he was asking if he does a custom lot outfits, it will be more than the Blitzway. It depends who makes the custom outfits, because some people can do with outfits for maybe $1,000 or plus, only for each one. So it depends which customizer you are going to. Ghostbusters plus collector, yeah, but the proton packs that we are seeing here are the Blitzway ones, I think, until this moment, because he's saying he built 4 life-size movie accurate proton packs. Whoa!
Wow.
Can you imagine?
Hell yeah.
This must be amazing.
Right. So for those just tuning in, right, that's the proton packs that we're seeing in the present toys photos are still the Blitzway ones. They
It's
haven't.
still the Blitzway, exactly. Let me just introduce here. Where are you? Oh, you are. Sorry, you are there.
He's right in the bottom. There we go.
Shane, 16 figure focus. How are you? You are muted.
You are muted, my friend.
I was just speaking trash about Ollie. Sorry. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm fucking wrecked from work, to be honest.
You are so well dressed up today.
I look like a weatherman. But yeah, it's I'm just literally in the door from work. Sorry, I was stuck in traffic. You know how it is. But I just wanted to tune
It's
in
fine,
anyway.
it's fine.
But yeah, I'm good. How's everyone?
Oh, we are, I think
Doing
we are
good. A
We
little
are-
early, but good.
Early for you. Wait, talking here a bit about the Ghostbusters. Is these figures that interest you? This movie? I know at least even you like the movie, but these are civilians for you, right?
Pardon?
These are civilians for you because you do not collect civilians.
No, they're not civilians. Shut up your face. No, man. This is just probably just kind of nothing. One of those movies that really just screams 80s, really, isn't it? So, but like, I don't have any interest in these present toys. To be honest, I wouldn't get the originals either, but I don't think there's any competition here from what I've seen between these and the Blitzway ones. The Blitzway ones, hands down, personally. But I don't really have a dog in this fight.
Every time we see these photos, it's like, holy shit, these look so good.
They look even better on your shelf, dude.
There's a dude. There's someone.
It's the guy that they have them.
There's someone selling them on adverts.ie. It's a site I've used a lot with quite good success. And originally he put them up for like €3,000, and then it dropped down to €2,000, and then it dropped down to €1,500, and then 1,000. And they were all like, complete with box. And the next thing, like, it's $750, and I'm like, right, I'm gonna get these, and I'll flip them. And I made the offer, and he just withdrew the whole ad and reposted them again for €2,100. I don't know, silly, $750 for a set. It's crazy, But I think the Blitzway ones look great. I saw them in hand a few years back. They just look super.
See, but I think even these present toys ones, even they look decent. If you have them with the Ecto 1, the Ecto 1's going to get most of the attention. So you'll get away with it if you have them with the Ecto 1, in my opinion. And I think they'll still look great with the Ecto 1.
But isn't that like saying, you have a group of 5 hot girls and there's one who's kind of okay, but she look great with the rest of them?
Hey, you always got to take one for the team once in a while.
Take one for the
You didn't even skip a beat, man.
Look, it's a matter of taste and collecting. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, if you were like a diehard I would not obviously go third. Because like anything like certain, I don't go third party for things that I'm diehard for. If I'm like, it'll be good in the collection. It'll be cheaper than not go that route.
I just saw that comment too. Yeah.
I'll take all 5 girls.
Me and P-Rock will handle the business.
There you go. See.
Yeah. They're not wrong. He's not wrong. Look, yeah, it's to P-Rock's point, right? Like, it's so hard because for me, and again, Joel, you mentioned, my stream a few weeks ago. I feel like I love Ghostbusters too much, right? Because you and I spoke of this anyway. It was like, Present Toys is going to be doing this. It's like I would prefer the originals out of just the respect of the IP. Like my love for it, right? Which is not to take away from anybody else, right? Because who am I? There's other people out there that probably love Ghostbusters just as much as I do, if not more, and are cool with picking up the third parties, right? So it just depends on how you feel with your collection. Like, are you cool with having these instead of the originals? Cool. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's going to take away. Like, I never really have an issue with it because the Blitzway ones are gone. They're not going to reissue. Blitzway doesn't reissue stuff. So I don't feel from an ethical standpoint, I don't feel that they're taken away from something, right? Like if the Blitzway figures were out right now and they're retail and then these came out while the Blitzways are retail, I would be like, yeah, that's kind of crappy. Right. But I feel like enough time has passed. The Blitzways are out of reach for a lot of people. These are an alternative if you're cool with, getting these in your collection. Like P-Rock said, that you can put them next to the Ecto 1 if you're buying an Ecto 1. But then I figure if you're buying an Ecto 1, then you probably have the Ghostbusters.
No, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of collectors
because many people
are ordering it more for the hype too. And then
maybe, but you're gonna drop like $2,000 on an Ecto 1, so
that's why.
What's another few grand for the Ghostbusters?
It's not few grand. It's now
$2,000.
Almost the price of 2 Ecto 1s.
Well, I guess it depends on where you buy them, sure, right? Like deal wise and what have you. But my point is that
there's a comment here just now for Mr. Mom Collectibles. He's saying secondary market 2,000 to 3,500. Do you think it's accurate? That's something around that, right?
I'm
I
looking at
guess you're
that
right.
set now. They're literally 2,100
Exactly.
No, but
euro. And I remember, I think it was.
Is that
I think
the
it was
set
Mad
with
Mafia.
the Slimer? The 4-pack with the
It's
Slimer?
the special edition set, wouldn't that's what it's called? Blitzway Ghostbusters Special Pack, wouldn't that would be?
Okay, should be that one.
And it's, I remember, like, I think it was, yeah, Slimer's there, you can see it there. And I
yeah.
think it was
So
like,
I mine's the 4-pack. It comes with Slimer. It comes with the barricade, and then it comes with the,
that's
the Ghostbusters
that's exactly. I'm
sign.
flicking through the description here, and yeah, you've got the blue police line, do not cross barricade, and Slimer and the 4 boys. And
Oh,
but I remember, I think it was you, Mafia. You were saying that, like, 500 piece, reasonable. Like, was it you? I think possibly. Like, it wasn't astronomical.
Well, at 500 a piece, that's a great deal,
Yeah, that's what they are
in my
there now.
opinion.
So, yeah.
It depends on where you look, regional as well. I know
Problem
that
is
they're
that it's 500 a piece, but you need to buy the 4 at once.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
Yeah.
buy one by one. You need to buy.
yeah.
And you
you're
have a
gonna
lot of people
to,
buying them, so then that's gonna make them even harder to find, and the price is gonna go just gonna go higher as people keep buying them.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see too, because with these on the horizon, what is that going to do for Ghostbusters sellers out there on the market? Are we going to see a dip in the
I don't
Blitzway
think so.
pricing, or are we going to see an increase?
You will see an increase, not a dip. The original.
So you
ones
feel
will
like the
never go
demand's
down.
going to go up even higher then?
Unless these come out and they're actually real good in hand, I think they will increase or stay the same. I don't think they will dip.
No,
It
but
depends on
I don't think they
how
would dip
good these
either.
come out.
No. I think, at least for me, no. Even if these ones turn out really good, and you have these in your collection, there's always that thing that tells you. But these are not the originals. I would like to have the originals.
That's right.
you know?
They are fakes. I mean,
They look good, but you are always looking at your display, and you always have that thing in the back of your mind. But if these were the Blitzway ones, they will look so much better.
I mean,
That's
are
always
they
gets me
fake?
with third parties,
Are
man.
they recasts? No, right?
No.
These are
No,
original
they are not
headsets, right?
recasts. They are not
Well, I
recasts.
I wouldn't go as calling them fakes. Then. I mean, they're just third-party figures. That's all.
well,
Feels
yeah,
like
but
a
they're
straight
fa-
up
they're-
rip-off. Yeah, it's fake.
Well, I mean, they pretty much are though, right? If you look at it, I mean, it's the outfit's the same. The proton pack's going to be visual, so it's like they said it's going to be like 90% accurate.
I'm almost sure that they recast the gloves from Blitzway. They are recasting basically everything, the same thing that other companies did with Joker and with so many things. They are recasting everything.
I don't think they're fake. I think it's just like, I know they're just unlicensed. Like, I mean, if you
Yeah,
look at
it
that
is
66
unlicensed.
Joker, like, that looks amazing. I don't know. I wouldn't call it. I think it's a bit insulting to call it a fake. I know it's unlicensed. Fair
fake.
enough.
No, look, I've only,
I don't see
only-
it like that. But like at
I
the same time, I do. If it was me and I was a diehard Ghostbusters fan, I think the allure of just maybe putting money aside and the allure of the 4-pack, the actual original ones, because I do think the standard is better. I'd be kind of all right. Put some more money, do without getting XYZ figure to I'd work towards it. Personally, because they are that much better, but like I wouldn't consider figures of, like, say, that 66 Joker a fake person.
Well, the difference is we don't have a 66 Joker. Hot Toys teased one years ago and they never delivered. So I will say that because I have the 66 Joker, the Mars Toys, they didn't put one out. You see? So, okay, so another example is the dynamic duo, the Mars Toys or Saturn Toys, Batman and Robin 66. They're fakes. They're fakes. I'm getting them because they're cheap as shit. But knowing that in my display, I will still feel the same way and be like, well, I would prefer the Hot Toys ones, right? whether or not
especially when you have the licensed vehicle, you have the licensed Batmobile.
Yeah, and you know, if that comes off a little elitist, that's all right, because that's how I collect. You know, that's how I feel. Like, I will still have them, but I would prefer the Hot Toys versions. Not because they're Hot Toys, but it's just because they are the licensed ones. They are the real ones. It's like, do you remember when we would buy like G.I. Joes in the store or something as kids, but then you can go to like a dollar store and they got like Action Hero, and it's just like a G.I. Joe ripoff, and then
you get 3 for the price of a G.I. Joe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you're like, damn, but I really wanted like Duke and Snake Eyes. I want like the real ones, not you know. So that's just part of like how I, you know, collect and stuff. Yeah.
It's a
But you know, like if you have two, like say like two, like you have a Hot Toys version of X, and you've got like a, I know 3-0 whatever, or not sorry 3-0, say like Toy Zero or Daft Toys, Yan Toys, whatever version of the same figure, and the standard is really really close. The only difference really is that, you know, one company actually went through the legal contracting and the other one didn't. You know what I mean? It's the standard. Sometimes like some third parties do give the originals a run for their money, and I don't fuck with third parties. I had to. I sold them. I don't really do that anyway. Like, you know, but I suppose just different ways of looking at it.
Yeah, no, and I agree. At the end of the day, it's just like there's no right way to collect, right? Like if you're like, I'm still gonna probably pick these up anyway, right? Just so I can have additional Ghostbusters. I can play around with them and not feel like, you know, I'm damaging my figures or something, right? I can experiment with them and not be like, oh, I'm experimenting with a very expensive set.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, but for people who don't have them, it's an alternative. It's not a big deal. Like, you know, if you want to have some Ghostbusters in your collection and you're down for third parties, then buy them, right? So just as Joel's point is, you know, you may be in the back of your head, you'd be like, damn, well, these aren't really the real ones, but they work for my collection, you know?
Do you have the proton packs like on some sort of like a fusion reactor, or is it batteries, or?
Oh, I've got fusion technology, bro, here. See, all we do is we just boot these guys up and they're just, see, I've built the technology.
Nice.
No, I'm kidding.
Does that
I'm
make
kidding,
any
man.
sound or is only
No, that was just me. I was just no, there's just batteries in here right now. I may do like what Denobi did and you know, hardwire them in USB cables, but maybe not. But maybe I will with these present toys. Right? Because if they're close enough, the proton packs, I'll rig those, dude. I'll solder them and hardwire them, you know, because they're not expensive pieces. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, I wouldn't mind buying these so I can like play around with them, right? Experiment with them, and not fear that like I'm ruining my figures. Or does that make sense?
Yep.
Ghostbusters Plus Collector is because I saw a comment he said before, you have the Blitzway, the figures, and you have the 84, the Ecto one. And he's saying that these Blitzway figures are fragile. You also agree in that, Anthony? I never owned them. I don't know. I really don't know.
I would say yes to a point. I don't feel like their bodies are fragile, but you know, you've got all these parts and stuff, and you don't want to knock shit over. And this is definitely not like a Mandalorian figure that you're just gonna bend the hell out of and mess with, right? Like, because there's so many parts on these figures, so you want to be careful with them. You know, I'm not gonna like, you know, go crazy with posing on these guys just because I don't want to mess something up. But so yeah, they're fragile in that sense, but they're also like sturdy. The joints are tight. You know, the bodies are solid in that respect. But there's so much going on these figures that you don't want to be like manhandling them, you know? Whereas these, I'll mess around with them. I don't care. I'll do everything with them.
And Denobi is saying that I'll grab the present toys Winston and cram him into the Ecto 1 away from the royalty. Yeah.
But you can actually, if they have these crazy head sculpts, you can actually get a cool display with them in the Ecto 1 with the screaming or like the dynamic head sculpts. Like kind of doing like shooting out the Ecto 1 with the proton packs and somebody driving. So you could get a pretty cool like scene with the Ecto 1.
Well, and that's interesting, right? Because Denobi doesn't have Winston, so this could be, you know, you could get him and have him working on the car or driving the car or something like that. They're cool
This one
for
from Present
placeholders.
Toys, the one from Present Toys, it looks way older than the one from Blitzway.
It could be that lighting though. They're trying to. One of the hardest things to do in photography is simulate daylight. And this picture on the left, they're looking at, they're trying to make it look like an outdoor scene at daylight. And so I think the way the lighting looks on the top of the head, he looks older. I don't know if it's the sculpt or it's just the way the lighting's hitting because it's kind of making his hair look gray. Does that make sense? So I mean, I'm not too sure. He definitely, in comparison, though, I would agree. When you look at the Blitzway photo on the right, is a lot darker. He definitely looks 1984 with Blitzway. So it's hard to say. I think we need to see some more photos
What
to
I'm
really
seeing
determine.
with these figures, and it's a huge difference from the Blitzway. Maybe the body, but it's the neck. The Present Toys ones, they don't have a neck. While
Speaking
the
of neck,
Blitzway
protect your
one-
neck. I gotta get out of here. So nice seeing you guys again. It was
Got
fun.
it.
All right, brother, man.
Dale.
Everybody in the chat. Have a good one. See you guys later today for the unboxing and LWO. Peace.
What you are going to unbox?
Find out later, bro.
Man,
Eric,
that's a
the pre-orders will
cliffhanger.
go up. The pre-orders will start next week. Now, yeah, and Ghostbusters Plus Collectors say it's not the bodies, but like the accessories.
Yeah, exactly. All the stuff it's very they're delicate in that respect. I would expect no less from Present Toys. You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna do it right, because they're gonna have a lot of parts on them. They're gonna be kind of fragile.
Yeah, let's stop here for a moment. The known and only saying fake and third party are not the same thing. Why is that all of a sudden we are equating them to be the same? I think let me see. Third party never means that it's fake, right? But sometimes we put them all together in the same bowl. Because with these third parties, right? Let's talk 1/6 scale, for example. We call these third party companies, right? The third party figures and so on. But let's say, for example, and I ask here in the panel, do you consider, let me see, a figure, because the Mars Toys Joker, not the 66, the 89, okay? Because that one was completely a recast from the Hot Toys one.
Right.
From the shoes to the head sculpt, everything. Would you call that? That's a knockoff, or a
Yeah.
bootleg, right?
Yeah,
100%.
that's fake.
Something like that. But when some changes are made, does that change everything of the concept? Because it's so difficult to establish a line between what is.
Well, that's the difficult part, right? Because when you look at a Ghostbuster, from toe to neck, it's all the same stuff, right? They're
What I-
recasting the all the stuff. The only discernible difference here so far is the head sculpts.
What I
So
would
then where do
consider
we-
a fake. Sorry, just to answer Joao's question. What I would consider a fake, the Mars Toys. You're talking about the '89 Joker.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the DX08.
I would still think that third party is a better description of it than fake. What I would consider fake is if a company copied not only the recast and did everything the same thing, and actually copied the Hot Toys box too, and were like, they weren't marketing as we are Mars Toys doing this, but they're just like trying to get in under the radar, making people believe that they actually are Hot Toys. That's how I would define fake as opposed
And
to
they
third
were,
party.
and they, in that sense, they would have to use exactly the same package, and they would.
Well, that's
'cause then
more
it'd be
like
just- they're
counterfeit,
literally a
though. That's
straight
like fraud.
counterfeit, straight fake. But that's kind of how they do dunks and stuff, isn't it? Like, those fake Air Jordans and shit.
Jordans and watches and like you see the
Yeah, but
bags
I
and
would
everything.
agree with that. That would probably be the more proper term. But most of it's just there's a line there that's
Unlicensed
kind of
versions.
blurred. So a lot of it's like slang talk, right? Like you can say they're fake, they're unlicensed, they're third party. It's all under the same umbrella to me, right? Because
Yeah.
They're not quite-
Yeah.
go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. Oh yeah,
No, go ahead.
I mean I agree. Like it's a thin line. If it's a complete recast, it's a fake, even regardless of packaging or not. You know, especially with the '89 Mars Joker, even with the accessories look too much like it and stuff. But I think I wouldn't call these a fake because, like you were saying earlier, from head to toe, like you need the outfit in order to recognize that it's a Ghostbuster. I think the fact that it has different head sculpts is not really taking away from the Blitzway. Uh, it's something original from them. It's just another unlicensed offering, and that's my opinion. But like, I can also see how some collectors will be like, well, those are phony. It's like, well, yeah, in a way, yeah, but they're not, completely knocking off what you have. So,
Yeah, completely. The I mean, it's because the non-unknown is talking here about Hot Toys, because before they were also doing unlicensed
Oh yeah,
figures.
oh yeah.
Right?
When they started, yeah, 100%.
They did. I'm not sure if they did. I think they did George Lucas, right?
Yeah, the
Unlicensed.
director.
To the director, yeah.
It was unlicensed. Yeah, it's
And
just
Tom Cruise, I think too.
Pilot?
They did.
yeah. Was it Mission Impossible or was it Top Gun?
I think it was Top Gun. I think
Gun.
just the
I
pilot or
think it's
something it's
Top
called.
Gun.
Yeah, and those are fake. I mean, at the end of the day, right? Like, or you can call them, unlicensed. That's just the terms, right? I mean, unless we're trying to, specify what each term means, like in an official capacity, otherwise it's just slang. But I just look at it like if they're unlicensed, then they're unlicensed, so they're not the real ones, and that's okay because I have unlicensed stuff. I don't mind it. But when you're trying to compare the two, right? It's like, okay, well, just look at what the differences are. How much of it is original, right? Like when we got the present toys, the chosen one, that's a complete ripoff of Dark Side Anakin. The only difference is they gave him some rooted hair.
That's not Present Toys.
Was it not present toys? Who did that? I forget.
Was
I thought it was
Alpha,
present.
Alpha something. Alpha.
Was it
Toys
Alpha, the
or
chosen
Alpha.
one?
Yes, the chosen one.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
sounds like
Maybe
a
it
show
wasn't
within
present.
itself.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like that was the that I feel like that's a complete ripoff. Other than the fact that they rooted him, right? Same with the Mars
Yeah,
Toys
that was-
89. I mean, it's the DX08. That's if you're cool with that.
That's so. They copy in a way, because I remember when I was doing the review, and I added the X08 and the Mars Toys, and I was comparing the accessories. I think because during the review I didn't know which accessory was from which one, because they were exactly the same. The paint, the size, everything was exactly the same. They did everything exactly the same. The only difference is when you touch the figures and you feel the material, the clothing, the material. You feel a difference, and the head sculpt, of course, also a bit. I see many people asking for this figure for a Willy Wonka. Many people is asking for this. I
Gene
think
Wilder?
Mars Toys should do this. Hello, Mr. Calvin. How are you?
What's up, man?
What's
How's
up,
it going,
Calvin?
guys? How you guys doing?
Another
Good.
dude in a vehicle. I feel in good company.
Now I was gonna say, are you
Man.
flying a plane? What's going on here, man?
He's flying.
I'm in the office, man. I'm in your neck of the woods. I'm in your backyard.
What?
Yes, sir.
Oh shit, man. What's up?
I mean, you want to run to Tucson with me? Come on.
Oh, I want to go to Tucson.
I don't want to go to Tucson, but hey, how you think I pay for this collection shit? So let's
Hell
make it
yeah,
happen.
man.
Calvin, you are still looking for these Ghostbusters, right? These
Yeah,
the Blitzway ones.
Ant's got the ones I wanted. I thought I had an inside lane on those, and he got them. So, but I'm gonna keep an eye out and keep watching for him. The prices keep fluctuating, but I think I'd probably wait out for the real ones. You guys have been making great arguments all morning.
Yeah, but what do you think? What's your
I'll be honest.
prerogative?
Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with third parties, especially on figures
Mhm.
that I know I can't get because Hot Toys is not going to make them. But like you guys are talking about the '89 Joker, I got the Mars. But that was also in my early stages. I didn't know the difference. I just saw a Joker and was like, I snatched it. And the next thing I know, I'm like, oh, this is Mars. Oh well, hey, it looks good. All right, well, it's in here with my Lego '89 because I did obviously didn't have an '89 at the time. So now that I'm more seasoned, I know what they are, and so I just kind of go from that.
Yeah, but that's Connor exactly. The Jewish girl figure. I don't know if you saw this one, Anthony or
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, the Hella.
the Hella. Yeah, that's basically a copy from the Hot Toys one.
Straight Hot Toys copy, bro.
Right.
It's a copy of the Hot Toys one. It's true. Joker is a knockoff. I think we are basically all in the same argument. Joker J saying 99% of the people that ever see your collection don't have a discerning eye. It's true, but in the end, just depends on yourself if you are okay with that or not.
My
I
problem
don't
is
see a problem.
100%
I
of
don't
the
see a
people that
problem.
see my collection have a discerning eye. Because I'm the only one that sees it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I
That's all that
don't.
matters.
But I totally agree with Joker's point. Most people
Yes, yeah.
don't know.
They
Like
don't
if my
know.
roommates came in or something and they were looking at my figures or whatever, they don't fucking know anything. They're gonna go, "Oh look, Ghostbusters!" Like
100%.
you know,
People come over, look at the room. It's just sensory overload. Half the time
Yeah.
they can't. They don't even see the stuff that's in front of their face because they're so focused elsewhere. And then they'll come back like, "Wait, you got this too?" So the layman eye wouldn't know the difference.
right? They're not gonna be like, "Yo, that's fake," like, or that's they don't know. They don't know. He's right about that. He's right
Not
about
at
that.
But
all.
even with your collector eyes, I can tell you that when you hold and you have your 66 Joker, the Mars Toys one, you would not say that that's a third party figure because that looks so good that passes all toys easy.
Well,
That
you know,
one
it's tough
passes all
because
toys easy.
do we have to establish some type of terminology that
Yeah,
that
we
fits
need-
in specific things, right?
right
Do
here,
we
right
say
now. We need the
right? Do we say, well, what is
establish a
fake?
terminology.
Fakes are 100% recasts, like Juice Girl Hella, right? Mars Toys 89. Are we defining those as fakes? Then do we
But
move
that's
on and
Juice
say
Girl. That's Juice Girl is not Ella.
no, it's not. But it's a total fake, right? It's an exact copy of the Hot Toys. So do we consider that, right? Do we say that? And then do we look at anything that's been released by a previous licensed company and now being recreated in their own liberties in third party? Then are those just third parties, and that's just what we call them? And then what do we call things that are third party that no one's ever made yet, right? Like the 66 Romero Joker, right?
Right.
That hasn't been made. Hot
the
Toys
66
teased it.
Romero Joker. It's unlicensed figure, but it's a own creation from that company.
So let's say Hot Toys releases a 66 Joker. Would that automatically turn that Mars Joker into a fake?
That's a good point. I just think there's licensed and there's unlicensed.
Well, no, that's okay. So perfect example. We have the Mars Toys 66 Joker as to his point. And then Hot Toys goes, you know what? The one we showed off, we teased years ago. Here it is. It's coming out next year, right? Now it's an official announcement. Then, as a collector, what do you look at your Mars Toys at? Do you still be like, yo, well, this is still a great figure? Or do you go, oh, damn, now there's an official one. Maybe I want that one. Right. It just depends on each individual's collecting perspectives, right? Like, what does it, does it matter to you? Like, it wouldn't matter to me personally in that respect. I'd be like, cool, well, this Mars Toys is pretty good. But I think
if you can get the license and it looks better than the third party, always go for the first party. But I mean,
That's
shit.
the thing, really, isn't it? Like, the two third parties I had were the Bank Robber Joker and the Bane. And when Hot Toys announced their new Bane, I just weighed up the pros and cons, and it was less about the fact that it was licensed and more about the fact that, okay, I think the proportions are better and had the rolling eyes and yada, 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 you know what I mean? So then I was happy to upgrade, but if the Hot Toys came out and it was like, the 2.0 was the kind of like the same jointed arm, skinny body that we got, I'd be like, nah, fuck that, and keeping the third party
My-
version. You know what I mean?
Here's one of my hell yeah, Mario. No, he's essentially the real one. Here's my main concern. Okay, this is why I'm kind of like, I'm just kind of poking around and, I'm just talking shit. But my main concern is with a lot of third party stuff is the quality, right? Like, we don't know sometimes. I mean, like so toys, right? Dude, their hands, their wrist pegs, they're a pain in the ass. Their bodies get loose pretty quick. They're, some of the quality, the soft goods aren't as great as, say Hot Toys, who's been doing it forever, have kind of, perfected their method. For example, like, when you buy a Hot Toy figure, there's a certain standard that that you've come to expect from them, right? So you could, let's say, buy these Ghostbusters, and maybe the bodies aren't that great, right? Maybe the fabric is, like Joel was saying, when you were feeling the Mars Toys Joker, you can feel a difference, right? The quality may not be quite there. That's kind of what I mean. Like, you don't necessarily know what the materials and how the bodies are created. What's their long term? Are they going to fall apart on you? Things like that, right? They don't have to go through a lot of the thing with licensing is, you have to go through a lot of stuff through companies to make sure like everything's met to their standards.
What did they go through for the DeLorean,
doesn't.
Anthony?
Dude, I don't even get me started on
come
the
on,
DeLorean.
man.
The
We got
DeLorean.
split joints. We
door.
got Cody's arm falling off. License have their problem too. It's fair to say.
Oh,
you know?
they do. They absolutely do. No, there's no doubt about it. We've had bumps. We've had bumps, bro. Like, we've had bumps in even Hot Toys. The DeLorean's the biggest fucking blunder of the year. I'm so disappointed in that piece of crap. Like, I don't know what happened.
I'm disappointed for the people that, because I know that was such an emotional. It's such a big emotional piece for people. It's just that classic 80s nostalgia. What do you call it? I know, part of your childhood. It's a fucking cool looking vehicle. Even though I wasn't going to get it, I do empathize with anyone who was looking forward to that, because that sucks. That just sucks.
See, look at that
So,
emotion. Look at that emotion right there. Hot Toys is a licensed thing. If they fuck up, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, these mother effers." If it's a third party, it looks like whatever. You're like, "Oh, that's unfortunate." So,
Right? Do you just be like, "Well, they're unauthorized"?
As in
or whatever.
you're conditioned to expect less,
quality.
maybe?
Well, I mean, for 130, 60 compared to 300, that's a big difference.
Right. Yeah.
So for 300, the body's breaking down. I mean, I'm upset.
It brings up a
This
good
is a
point as
great
well, right?
point,
They're
yeah.
companion
Great point.
pieces,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's why I'm
Companion
getting.
pieces, background pieces, exactly.
I'm gonna get the 95 Riddler and Two Face.
Just put that order in last
I don't
night. But
expect
yeah, you're
them
right.
to be Hot Toys quality, but they're gonna fit with my Batman and Robin.
They're gonna look good with that 95 Batmobile.
Mm-hmm. Which you and I are
Yeah.
probably getting.
It's already mine paid off already, I believe, or maybe $100 left on it, something like that. So, yeah, man. So, like I said, you pick and choose, just like you said, companion pieces.
What's the problem with the Soka arms?
I don't have it yet, so I
I
can't.
think there's someone
apparently one
splitting or
person
something.
broke them off.
The new one, the Mandalorian one.
Yeah.
one
The
that
Mando
gets ripped
Ahsoka, the
off,
Rosario
yeah.
Dawson.
The
I'm hearing
arms
she's
are-
having some
But
issues.
what is the arms are ripping apart or what?
I don't know. Half silicone, half plastic forearm trash, says Doc Smizzle.
Yeah, it's true. I know.
I saw one
It's all-
picture. I saw one picture where like the left arm was completely severed, like from just above the elbow.
Is it because the silicone body only goes down as far as the single jointed elbow?
Exactly. I know. I
Is that
I
it?
have the figure, but I didn't know about these problems. When are we getting these photos from? Do we know if the proton packs light up? Present Toy said yes, the proton packs will light up.
See, I'm a sucker for things to light up. Damn it. Should
But
have
we
said
need
that.
to because these photos
That's
are
why you've
from-
like
are
2
from
million. What's it? CCFLs, Calvin.
Yeah, I like lights.
Yeah.
Where did you guys order the 95 Two Face from? I ordered from 16 Kit. I don't know from where you guys ordered.
Yeah, I went through one. I haven't done Two Face yet, but I did the Riddler.
I already
Mm.
did
Yeah,
it.
Riddler's up. I mean, Two Face will be soon.
Arms are breaking. Oh Jesus! Now is Ahsoka arms. Yeah, no. It seems few people know about these.
Well,
Yeah,
look,
that's the
okay,
first I had heard of it.
YGB brings up a good. This is exactly right. Like there's always, if it's 1 out of 1,000 or
always one
whatever,
guy.
you have to
100%.
look at the
Yeah.
at the QC. That's not even a QC issue, right? The DeLorean is a QC issue, right? Because you're seeing, customer after customer after customer having problems, right? As you know, Joel, they're not selling in China. They're not selling in Japan.
They are not
There's
shipping here yet.
right. They
Something is up,
Sideshow
something is up.
delayed everybody here in the States, so
And bad
all
news travels
signs
faster.
point to a recall.
Yeah, bad news travels faster. So this guy here with this saying one person ripped their arm out of the thousands received it. Like that's just true, man. It's the same as the magnets issue with InArt or whatever. It's like
Well, the problem with InArt is they cheaped out on the base. They just have 2 little magnets here and here when they should have just put a thin magnetic sheet across the whole
like a
sphere.
circle. Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true.
Right?
Well, I do think some of it's user error. Because I got mine
Well,
out in the
sure. If you
box
place
and-
the feet on the magnets exactly where they should be, you should be
again with the
good.
Joker.
Plus, if
Right.
you can pose the figure without the magnetic base first, I think that's kind of the key, really. Like, and if you want to do a walk and pose, that's
The
That's not happening.
problem also is the shoes because the shoes are not level.
Yeah, he's got the little.
Yeah,
His
yeah. They
toes come
kind
up
of like
and-
that kind of brogue. They kind of point up.
yeah. But mine Joker is in the base since day one and he never fell down. No, I'm Mr. Mom. I'm going to show it now. I need to add ear to them because he sent me the photo of that Ahsoka. That Ahsoka with.
I don't know if I want to watch this. Man. Anthony, did you get the Ahsoka in the end? Did you?
No, I decided against it. I don't. I'm so all I own are original trilogy Star Wars.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So-
that's the same picture I saw right there.
Yo,
So
and
is it
after
like a-
seeing Mario's collection, I can't be mad at you. Those OTs are beautiful.
Yeah, it's just all OT, bro.
I
So it's
can't
kind
be
of
mad at
like
you.
I can
Did you
appreciate
get
all
rid
the
of
new
Mando?
releases, but
Did you get rid of Mando as well, or did you keep one Mando? Or
yeah, no, I still got like a stack of boxes over here that's going out. I'm just getting rid of all the Mando. Look, this could be a thing though too, right? Okay, and I'm not going to discredit this individual's photo, but some people don't. Some people kind of manhandle their shit. I'm not sure if this individual
I
did.
think this will happen if you try to remove the arm. Maybe he was trying to remove it. Because if only for you bending, I don't think the it will break over there.
Does
You
she
are
have
not
those cheap light battery operated saber arms?
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Because when you bend the elbows, you don't apply enough pressure to break that over there. I think only if you push.
Yeah, unless there's like a specific issue. Like you remember Cody? Cody's arm was just had a bunch of problems. If you guys remember that. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
the
I don't
case
know, but
with
I don't know.
Ahsoka.
It can happen. I don't know. Maybe.
See Doc's comment. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And again, I don't know if that's what happened here with this individual's photo, but
Okay, I understand.
there
I
are-
understand.
there are people who will do stuff and kind of manhandle it and oh shit, I broke it. Right? I've seen people do that.
Why would they design her like this? Why not just make the whole entire arm silicone and just have like a sleeve or something?
Because the sleeve, if they use all silicone and use the sleeve on top, the sleeve would pass probably will pass the paint to the silicone, or maybe will probably
bleed in.
would leave marks. Yeah.
Now, but this could actually be like an issue, right? I don't know.
Completely,
Because I don't.
it can be. It can
You
be.
know.
You. I would be like more afraid if the issue was with the silicone that was starting to rip. But I feel that the silicone in this body is good. It's very similar to the Hellboy and the last figures they made. I think it's good. And Agent
Maybe
Silver
this
Fox saying the
person
same
handed their
action
figure
to
off
be
to
like
Harrison
Forrest
Ford.
Gump.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Maybe
Brother,
this
cousins
person
in the
saw
house, how are
Rosario
you, Jay?
Dawson and kind of wanted to give it a
Some people are a
handsy. I
little
wouldn't
too
blame
antsy
him.
with the figure. These are delicate pieces of art. Yeah, some
What's
people.
up, Jay, my brother? Yeah. Oh,
No.
but again, that could be two separate issues, right? Could this be somebody just pushing their figure to the limit, or as Iron King is pointing out, it could actually be an actual issue of the figure, like Cody, right? I mean, Cody had the arm problem. You breathe on him, his arm was messed up. So there's nothing you can do about that. The DeLorean, right? You're getting micro fractures and these cracks in the axles, and you didn't do that, right? That's a QC issue from Hot Toys. So I don't know about this with the Ahsoka, but I've seen people do that, right? They're like, oh, you're gonna try to bend this, and then snap, and then they're like, oh shit, I broke my figure. I've done it. I'm sure people have done that.
There's more. Now I'm receiving Ahsoka
Oh, damn.
photos. There's more.
Now, is it broke or did it just pop out of socket?
These ones
'Cause
seems
it
to
looks
pop out,
like
but
it's
there's-
popped
but
out of
there-
socket.
No, but there's other photo that is related with this one. I will show
But see
you.
the hole? Like it looks like that it just pegs in, doesn't it?
Or is that glue and then the glue came off?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
that glue. That's glued, and
Oh
the glue
my
came
God.
off. And it came all together. Okay.
It's a
Exactly.
strange design choice.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Hot Toys uses the cheapest glue known to man.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those magnets are always losing the glue.
Yeah, everything, man.
They're not doing too good with the what's it the seats, the DeLorean seats. Some of them are actually rattling around inside when people get them.
Yeah, I mean, some of the seats weren't whatchamacallit,
They aren't tacked
glued
down,
in
were they?
proper.
Do you know the when my Joker arrived, the two tubes,
Astro Mouse.
the two tubes,
Lyle, how are you?
the heads were rattling around
this-
in the tube.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know, Joao, when you got yours, were
I'm
the,
not
the heads
entertaining
still-
Lales. No.
Were the,
Astro Mouse.
when you got yours, Joao, were the head sculpts like firmly attached onto the little pegs on the tubes?
Attached, I think they were glued. Because I
Yeah.
had to apply extra strength to remove the head sculpt.
Ah, right. I see. Yeah, mine were like rattling around inside, like, so it was something that InArt might want to
Oh, really?
look into
thought
it. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that you had problems too, because mine, they have like some kind of black material, like some kind of glue,
Mm-hmm.
that they were really firm there. I had to push them from that. Is there
right.
still a mark there?
Ah, I see. Now mine was the opposite. I took out the tubes, took the plastic off them, I saw them, and they were like rattling around inside, and they're like,
So
it's,
the heads were
yeah,
were-
exactly, yeah.
whoa.
Like, they were the hair was a bit messed up, not a little bit messed up, but nothing you couldn't foot to it. Just pushed it back. But there was a tiny little mark on the Joker on the
Oh,
nose.
no.
Now I don't know if it's like. I genuinely I don't know if it's I'm just being really really particular,
I
and it's
heard you
part of
say
the makeup,
talking about this.
or if it's or if I think there's a tiny little bit of paint missing, not enough to cause a fuss over, but like they might want to look into that, just making sure that they're secure, because like it's hard because if you've ever watched people in the airport throw your bags into the conveyor belt, they don't give a shit. So people working for
Man.
UPS or DHL.
Neither does
It says
neither does
fragile.
UPS
Yeah.
or none of these
No, they
guys,
don't care.
bro.
No, but
So it's
let me
down to
tell you
Inart to make
that-
sure they're secured, really.
Let me tell you that for all the people I've seen receiving that Joker, I think you are the first one that got a box outside the shipper.
Yeah, it's messed up, isn't it? It's like it was like
No,
double boxed,
it's
as if the box
double
wasn't big
boxed.
enough. Yeah. Now, in fairness to them, like Lion Rock did a good job, but did you see the stamps on it?
Yeah, I
There's
saw.
enough more stamps in a small post office, but yeah, yeah, I just think maybe Inart should probably look into that for maybe future.
Yeah, they need to cut down the size of that box. I mean, yeah,
Man.
presentation is everything, but oh man, I think that's just overkill.
But you know, Lael made a great point on a stream. I think it was Brother Cousins last night. When the Batman comes out with the Batman Bruce Wayne and the Signal, that could potentially be a bigger box. Because you have two figures and a massive Signal, you know? Anyway, this looks good.
Maybe you remember a few months back when everyone said that Sideshow was coordinating their release with Hong Kong. Where's the evidence? I think it's a DeLorean. I think all the containers are shipping back DeLoreans to China, so there are no containers to ship stuff to Sideshow.
No, for the most part, because right, like I mentioned, like the evidence is there from the past year or so, whereas they would take months, bro. Everybody knew that. Like it'd be months until Sideshow
Boba
had
Fett
something.
on Throne was the first piece of evidence I saw because they got it quicker than anyone. Loco Lou, I think, got a Boba Fett and did a review before Justin, and he got us for Sideshow, I think. Do you remember that? Like,
Well, that was a
sticking them in really
weird. That
quickly.
was a weird one.
Yeah, it was
one,
true.
right?
Yeah, you're right.
Because
The
everybody was
first
like, "What the
sign.
hell?" Right?
But I think something is going on because I don't know how much trouble they are in with the DeLorean in the production at this moment, because since that the DeLorean was released in Hong Kong, from that moment some figures delay a lot to arrive here in China. For example, we just got now the Mark 1, and I think the Mark 1 already shipped in Sideshow long ago, and there's no Luke, there's no Ahsoka in China. There's no, because my Ahsoka come from Hong Kong. There's no Luke. There's no DeLorean. So I don't know what's happening. No, I really don't know what's happening.
What I think's happening, dude, because Hot Toys is never going to publicly announce this. I feel like
They are closing.
they
the shop.
actually recalled the DeLorean. Right? Because if we look at the evidence, right, Sideshow stopped selling it. They delayed everything. You can't buy it in China. You can't buy it in Japan. I think they pulled it in Hong Kong, but correct me if I'm wrong, right? Because only a few people received the DeLoreans like the first weekish, and then now it's
No,
silence
there
everywhere.
There was a second batch that arrived to Hong Kong, I think 2 weeks ago. Was the same time that arrived a batch in China, but that batch that arrived in China was 4% of the total order amount, and after
Right.
that, nothing more.
There's nothing, right? So now with all these current lulls in Hot Toys' corner, maybe they are actually trying to, you know, it's just a weird, it's a massive undertaking if that's what they're doing, because if they've stopped selling the DeLorean everywhere, then we can only assume they're trying to fix it. So did they trash all the product that they had and they're redoing it? Like, and if so, what is that going to do for the rest of the production run for other figures?
But I don't know what is the fix they will do on a DeLorean. They will need to receive back all the DeLoreans that they ship, all the DeLoreans that are already produced and supposedly were ready to ship. They will need to back to the production line, open all the cars, reinstall, or I don't know what. They will need to use new pieces over there. So they will need to dismantle everything, assemble everything again, repack. It's a huge work.
Oh, it's a huge loss, but I think that maybe that's what's
loss.
happening, right? And then the 5% of people who bought it, they're just shit out of luck. Because I don't know, you know, what's Hot Toys going to do? Are they going to put out some kind of If that's the case, are they going to coordinate with Sideshow for the states and say, "Hey, you guys can return these, and we'll send you an updated one"? Or
But it would
What's
be
happening?
so amazing of them if they could just give us a statement. We fucked up with the DeLorean.
they won't.
We are going to
They're
fix
not
the
going to.
issue.
They're not.
And
Right?
Talk about
Never
saving
mind.
face.
Let me just catch here this comment from Iron King. He's saying that Toys Wonderland are apparently canceling Jokers. I've seen this left and right in the last couple of days. The thing is, and is the truth, and I didn't thought it would happen so soon. But the Joker, the rooted, the 2-pack, the value here in China now is and in Hong Kong is high. The aftermarket is high. You can sell a Joker. I can sell my Joker now with a $450 profit if I want.
I'm not surprised. The thing looks fucking
So,
incredible.
so if Toys Wonderland, I don't know if Toys Wonderland or any other ones, maybe they think, okay, we cancel here some pre-orders and then we put on the website.
Well, that's exactly what it is. They're like, well,
for
we're going to
sale
cancel the
after-
fucking pre-orders because we could sell it for $500 profit now. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly because they're not a
adding to the
retailer.
profit they already have, because the 500 profit plus what they already have. So you are not surprised. I mean, I think only when you get that Joker in the hands, really, Anthony. If you get that Joker in the hands, you will also agree that it's a very very well done figure, and you really need to hold it. But you don't want. What can I do?
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. I mean, look,
But you're getting it though, aren't you, Anthony?
well,
You still
yeah, but
consider-
I have it out the door though when I do get it. I'm not going to keep it.
Oh right. Well, yeah, I suppose that makes sense because the Dark Knight isn't your thing anyway. You're saying.
No, no, at all, man.
But
So
from a figure point of view, you still want to give your.
yeah, I'm still going to
opinions
check
of-
it out, of course, right? Like, I mean, I've got my Gandalf and Aragorn on pre-order, and
They're
those will
staying,
stay.
are they? They're staying.
Right, they're staying because it's Lord of the Rings. I like Lord of the Rings a lot, so I'm looking forward to those 100%. But that's exactly what's going on, right? If if it's selling higher now, they're gonna cancel people's orders to serve their own purpose. I mean, that's Toys Wonderland, dude.
And the toys buying agent thing as well is only going to increase the value too, because a lot of people had orders with toys buying agent and they all got cancelled.
True.
Including,
Yeah, and
including
Toys
myself.
Buying
never-
Agent
we'll
will no
never-
longer carry in art.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in our-
and I had a single sculpted order too, because I went rooted 2-pack and singlet sculpted because I've never had a rooted hair figure, and to be honest, as good as the prototype looked, I was thinking, no way, they're not going to deliver the rooted hair that good. But I'm sitting in my room now, I'm like, okay, they fucking did. So it didn't really matter to me that they cancelled my sculpted single pack because they gave me a full refund. Excellent customer service from Toys Buying Agent, but for the people that maybe were relying on that as their source of the Joker, that must suck, obviously. But that's only going to increase the price as well, I think, maybe.
I agree because I think InArt is shipping next week. I think is the last batches already. I think they are almost done with it. They are almost done. This then
probably pay off my spec fiction order then.
I will not sell mine. I
No,
think
but
I will
but he's right though, as far as Toys Wonderland's concerned, right?
yeah.
Because think about that, because they're not a retailer, bro. It's just people reselling shit to people. That's all they are. So when they see an opportunity and be like, oh well, look, we can make $1,500 selling it here. Then they come first. Customers are always last, right? So I mean,
I saw,
I think $1,500 for that rooted 2-pack is just the start as well, man. I think you hold that long enough.
I see the I saw a post today of that guy. I really feel bad for this kind of people. They pay the Joker full, they pay the shipping, pay everything. They are waiting for that, and then they get the email saying the order was cancelled because he didn't pay or some. and then he cannot get the refund. He get the store credit in the amount of
That's when you
1,000
charge
something
back on your
dollars.
credit
yeah,
cards,
that's
man.
credit card, PayPal,
Whoa.
straight away.
That's what you do. You say, you know what,
Imagine
Toys
if you need to
Wonderland's a
spend
fraud
that
company.
money.
They're stealing my money.
Yeah.
You get your money back.
You need to spend that money in troopers and
Yeah.
well,
Fuck
that's-
Toys Wonderland.
the- we don't say those things here.
Where?
Toys Wonderland, I'm good with you if you ever want to sponsor me anytime.
Joel, was one sold for sold for sale.
I'm sold. Increase the value. Exactly, Iron King. Joker is 1,500 in China for the router. It's true. 6-7 times this can do so. I can receive the loan reinforced axles and stuff. Yeah. Mario, what say Mario? I don't understand how collectors can continue to support such a shady reseller that will cancel your pre-order so they can get a larger profit.
Facts.
You didn't finish your coffee yet.
Bro, I'm working on it. It's almost gone.
I'm seeing people selling that rooted. Is this rooted in art? The Joker is popping on eBay for expensive prices, or is still? Is there a thing? No?
Well,
I
look,
haven't-
it's,
I
it's,
haven't
it's,
looked
it's,
for
Facebook group rounds too.
I think it's the ebb and flow of collecting. And maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like right now the hype is there. People get their stuff like clockwork. People buy figures, whatever company. They get it and they're like, damn, you know what? Okay, this was kind of neat. I rode the wave, and then they're going to start selling it. And I feel like those prices are going to come back down. I just think right now where it's at that peak.
They will because even Keith said that after all ship you will have extra.
Mm-hmm.
Now is the if anyone want to sell, now is the time. Tomorrow morning, let me pack mine. 1-6 cave. The route to pack will be a grail in years to come. Even if Hot Toys do a new DX Joker, I doubt it will be the level in art did. It's a good point. The canceling for profit is speculation. We don't know that for sure, but I see how some would think that is the prices, and there are some people who haven't been fucked as bad. Are you listening, Mario? What do you guys think is up with the delay for WandaVision 1? The new body or something? I don't have any idea.
They're
I think
fine tuning
they are
their professional
Diorama
grade
cartoon.
cardboard base. It's
busy.
just not quite ready yet.
No, there are some figures that they delay without apparent reason. Marco, you are busy with work. It's all good. I'm your favorite sellout, Andre. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
Do you think at this moment that still? Do you think Hot Toys is still even considering doing this Joker now? I think the
Yeah,
time has
they
passed.
will.
You think they
Yeah.
will?
Yeah,
They will.
They'll do. They might throw something out of left field, like a Nurse Joker. Or
I was about to say
Quarter
they need to come with that nurse if they really
Yeah.
want the hype for it.
Look, they're totally going to do it because they put out the announcement, celebrating Warner Brothers' 100th anniversary. They say we're going to be revisiting all stuff, iconic, characters and moments of the 100-year blah blah blah, and they're doing a bunch of fucking Dark Knight shit. We got these new Batmans. We got another Bane coming. They did the other Catwoman. It's going to happen. Whether or not it's going to be a standard Joker or a Nurse Joker or whatever the Joker, they're going to do another Joker. They just are. No, then it just depends for you as a collector. Do you want to buy it? That's all it comes down to. I mean, even if you have an in-art
needs an
Joker,
upgrade.
right? You may want.
It does need an upgrade.
I
Yeah.
don't need another Joker. I already have.
No,
three.
I don't.
Why I need?
I don't.
Why
I don't.
Why I need one more?
Yeah, but what if they give you, like I'm just saying, what if they do like the nurse outfit, right? I mean, and you
Nurse
own an
the nurse
in-art
outfit,
Joker,
yes.
you'll probably buy the Hot Toys.
Yeah, the nurse outfit, of course. Then you have the bank robber, the nurse outfit, the cell one, and the main one. That will be cool. Hot Toys do a Nurse Joker. Many people asking for this Nurse Joker. Now, I remember before people asking in art for doing that too. They tend to take their time with female figures. Gamora and Nebula, yeah. The Gamora took a long time. I remember that was even a meme. Oh yeah.
That fucking Nebula is amazing. Like sculpt wise.
Nebula is a beautiful figure. That sculpt is beautiful, and that mechanical arm is also good. Nebula is a nice figure without any doubt.
Absolutely gorgeous, but I hate them wrist pegs.
Oh, the wrist pegs, yeah, because they are tiny, and especially because they are. You cannot replace them with other wrist pegs because one is blue and one is gray. So if you break them, goodbye. If you break them, goodbye. Now I want to check here. Let me see if I have more photos. Oh, you only reacted to my message that I sent you 2 hours ago.
Because I just saw it. I was like, what? I didn't even read it. I was like, oh.
I want you guys to tell me how much of Mando you see. How much of Mando you see here? Man, does this look like Pedro Pascal for you?
Like 60%.
I think he looks very different in The Last of Us than he does in Mando. Like he kind of, they aged him up for The Last of Us. I think that's a fair enough statement. So I see do see him here.
I see him here.
But there's something about, I think in the last photo it's like there's something about the really stern. It's the eyebrows I think is throwing me off, and possibly the top of the nose.
But here he looks good.
Is that because it's far away?
But here no. Here he looks like Roberto. I'm just throwing a name. Roberto from a Colombian cartel. He doesn't look like.
Can you?
I kill you.
Okay, that one's a little brighter. All right.
You want to see more photos?
Well, I was trying to see how they were intentionally shooting these photos.
You know, Burt Reynolds 160s nut says Burt Reynolds. Yeah,
he has a bit of Burt Reynolds going on.
Yeah, there's
Looks
like
my uncle Martinez.
He's got a little bit going on there.
Pedro Reynolds. Burt
But
Pascal.
again, like this is what we do though, right? We look at things that are third party, and oftentimes, you know, like Calvin pointed out, you know, when you look at price and stuff like that, sometimes we're just like, well, okay, I guess, right? Because you're not paying a ton of, well, this depends on the pricing, right? But
again, this is Ahsoka. Yeah, go on.
I mean, that's really it. I mean, I was just saying that if it doesn't look up to your standard, but then you look at the price, then do you justify it and be like, well, I'm okay with that because I'm only paying, you know, whatever. But at this point, we're still looking at like $200 usually is like average for a third party.
Toys Era will be around $200 with this.
Yeah.
They did show here. They are doing, and now everyone will start doing these arms without.
Well, that new
without
body
the
came on the
wrist
market.
Yeah. That
Right?
body.
You know what I'm talking about, right? And I'm pretty sure
yeah.
InArt's using the same body.
Yeah, you see, all the arms now are like these. It's nice. It does help a lot for. I hate wrist pegs, seeing figures with a t-shirt or with the sleeves up.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, that looks horrible. And then you always need to pose in some way that you are not showing the pegs. Yeah, but this one is from Toys Zero. We should go for pre-order very soon. But we got also. I'm just catching here this comment from 16Cave because actually this is not by Mars Toys. This is done by Ejo Art, but they kind of have a partnership with Mars Toys, and Mars Toys are also announcing this. But this is basically made by this Ejo Art. He's a custom guy. He's a Pedro Pascal as Joel. It will be a full set mass production and will be revealed next month. But what they show until now is only the 3D renderings from the sculpt. We cannot judge much from here. I think this is basically an answer from Toys R because Toys R put these promo photos today, and within hours they also showed this. So they are basically just saying hello. We are also doing this. So
This
hold
looks
on.
better
But
though.
yeah, but this custom, the Ijo Arty, he does very cool things. He did not not did because it's released the Alfred from Snyder Cut with Daft Toys, but still isn't released yet. Let me see. I just previously I was talking with Keith and
That
we were talking
figure
about.
is taking forever.
Yeah. So you know which one, right, Hector?
Yeah, the Jeremy Irons offer for
Jeremy
BVS
Irons,
from Daft
exactly,
Toys. Yeah,
exactly.
man, I've had that in pre-order since like last year, and there's still no sign of it.
The Daft Toys also have the other one that I think now is almost reaching the a record high of almost 3 years. It's the Brad Pitt from Inglorious Bastards. I think that is almost
I
three
didn't
years
even.
now.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that one is. I show you. I will add here for you guys to see because most probably you don't remember this because it's been already some time. Where is that photo? Oh, is this one?
I hope
This
it
one.
comes out looking that good, man. That's awesome.
This was
That's
done
so
by
good.
also the same guy, the E Joe, and was a partnership he did with Dev Toys. It's good that
I
these
can't wait.
companies
It's
do
gonna
these
look
kind of
real good.
things. But
It'll give my my tech cow that came with the Batman, the Hot Toys Batman. It'll give me a reason to actually display that thing. So
the I think Lim Toys are also going to tackle the Ellie and Joel from the HBO the TV show. So we will have plenty of Last of Us figures to check. But Mars Toys is doing an incredible job, and I think they are going to do the Beetlejuice. They are considering doing Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I mean it just
Mars Toys is
well,
gonna have a lot of my shelf presents.
Yeah, Mars Toys are doing pretty well now. The guy is talented. The guy is good with the sculpts.
yeah, the
And
Beetlejuice
this
I would probably get.
and it's interesting because the they can keep their figures at a very affordable price, comparing with the status of the 1/6 scale figures. For example, this Joker, the 66 with 3 head sculpts. We got 3 head sculpts with this one, and and they are smart because they know, okay, we give you the Riddler, the 66 Joker. They are doing the Penguin. They are doing the Riddler or Enigma, the 66. How do we call it?
I don't know what it's called.
Which one? I'm sorry.
The 66 one is Riddler or is Enigma?
The 66? Yeah, I don't know what they
It's,
called it.
well, they haven't announced the 66 yet. They just showed them working on it. The
Yeah.
Batman Forever, I think it's called Enigma. I think.
That would make sense because they play on that in the movie, don't they?
Yeah, in the movie, yeah.
And they showed the new head sculpt. Did you guys saw the new head sculpt from Mars Toys?
Yeah, with the rhinestone mask.
Yeah. Did you saw?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That one looks.
So is
that
it going
one
to come
also
with
looks
that
good.
rhinestone suit as well, or is it just going to be part of the?
I think it's a separate one. I think so. I think it's a separate one. I don't think it's the same. Let me see here.
Well,
I don't think.
That Riddler has like 3 looks because also before he turns into that rhinestone-looking Riddler, he has kind of like a Hugh Hefner jacket on, and his hair's a little different too, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So maybe they'll make that. But
Let me check. I cannot Mars toys. You guys can talk about something. Talk
If
about
they made
coffee.
an
Talk
Alexander
about whatever
Knox,
you want.
Talk about coffee. Well, I'm running out.
if they made an Alexander Knox figure, would you guys get it? I'd be on it 100%.
I don't know. I don't know.
What's Knox from?
He's the reporter from '89.
Oh, sorry, that works with Vicky Vale.
Yeah,
the
you know, the guy with
reporter.
curly hair, like
Yeah. No, I personally wouldn't. No, no. I think I'm happy enough with the Batmobile. and
That's a
the
civilian,
thing.
right?
that's a civvy.
Yeah.
I
No,
would-
no,
I would-
no,
I
you
would
got me
take
there.
a-
You got me there. You got me there.
I would take a Vicky Vale though, if they did a nice Kim Basinger.
Yeah, we got our shoe now, Anthony. We got our shoe.
We got a shoe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I
Yeah,
get
that
a, I
would
get
be
a
kinda
Vicky
cool.
Vale before I get a Knox if they did it right, maybe. But
yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at that. Have her up in the Batcave with Bruce pissed off about it.
Yeah.
Is this one, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, this one looks good too. But
Because see, it's
this-
weird because the outfit's different, but I would feel like they would throw that in the Riddler package, like how how Joker has 3 sculpts. So are they going to make 2 separate SKUs, like 2 separate? You know, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do this.
I
A
think it would
different
be a
figure
different
because it would be. Imagine trying to like take the outfits off and on, especially if they have to be like skin tight and stuff.
Yes, that's why I'm like, I don't know where they're going with this. Right? I'm like, well, what are they going to do? You know?
Yeah. Let me say hello to Christian. Christian, how are you? 3 a.m. In here is not 3 a.m. Here is 2 a.m. now.
Oh, wow.
Talking about something. What was it like, brother? Filming Fargo with Steve Buscemi. I'm out.
You
of
were in
this.
Fargo. They
Ah,
wanted to know
the
what it was
movie or
like.
the TV show.
The movie. Steve
No,
Buscemi.
I saw the TV show. I didn't saw the movie. The TV show is amazing. I love that.
I think I saw the first
And-
season of it.
I saw all. How can you can you
Yeah,
watch a
but I've
TV
only
show?
seen the movie.
You see the first season and then just drop. Nothing.
Yeah. I watched the movie obviously when it came out, and then I watched the first season of Fargo and I liked it, and then the second season, it didn't hold. my
Well, with
attention.
Fargo, each season is its own. It's like an anthology,
Yeah.
you know,
Was
so
it
it's
the
different.
second one? Yeah, I don't know. The first one enthralled me more. The second season, is that the one with Todd from Breaking Bad?
I forget, but it's in the 70s.
Facebook.
Yeah. Tell you what's awesome. I'm watching 1983 and 1923. So good. It's the prequels to Yellowstone. Just damn good television though.
I'm still going to watch them, but they're one season each, right? That's all they're doing?
Yellowstone is 5, but then
Well,
that's
Yellowstone,
set, I
yeah,
think,
but-
modern time. And then 1883 is 1 season, 10 episodes done and dusted. And 1923, there's currently 1 season, but they're apparently doing a second season.
Oh, they are? Okay. Because I love Yellowstone. I've been watching that since it aired.
Yeah.
Um,
Go back and
though I
watch
haven't watched the current
1883.
season.
It's so good. Just shows you kind of like
1883.
the start of the Duttons.
Okay. I'll watch them. I'm waiting for... Did season 5 end? Because I was just going to watch the whole season.
I don't know. You see, it's like my friend who'd watched them all. I was like, should I watch seasons 1 to 5 of Yellowstone and then go back and watch 1883 and 1923? And he goes, no. He was like, I would have preferred. That's the way he did it. He said he would have preferred to actually start at 1883 and work your way forward. I suppose it's kind of like someone watching episode 1 all the way to episode 9. But
See,
like,
I never recommend that because...
yeah, neither do I.
Because my I swear to God, my roommate, never watched Star Wars in his life. Never watched any of them.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. Well, since you've never seen any, I was like, let's start with episode 1, I guess, right? And he just thought the prequels were ridiculous, and I was like, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I was like, so maybe we shouldn't have done that. And then we watched A New Hope, just Star Wars, and he's like, wow, this is really good. I'm like, yeah, there's a big difference, so it's kind of hard to
starting with episode 4 is the way to go. But I think with 1883, you could start there. Ancient Silver Fox, you said Taylor Sheridan is fire. Is that the girl who plays Alex? Or am I way off the mark there, Ancient Silver Fox? Well, I'll just wait for him to answer.
That's like the whole Star Wars thing. It's kind of like giving someone who's never eaten a cheeseburger and be like, start with the bread.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like I said, I've watched Yellowstone since it aired, so I was just waiting because I don't know the new season 5. I don't know if it's ended, because I'll just sit down for a day and just watch the whole season.
I've never seen this show. What kind of show is Yellowstone? Am I going to walk into like a soap opera type of show?
Yes and
Anthony,
no. Okay.
you should take that.
I don't even want to say it in this sense, but like, have you watched like Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah.
Okay, think of it kind of like that in a sense, but
Trading the motorcycles for horses.
yeah, but it's like them on their ranch. It's not really the same, but you know how like that show had some kind of drama, but there was also like a good story in there and cool characters. It's kind of like that, but it is a drama, but it's also really cool. The story's cool, man, and the characters are cool.
And 1883 is a straight up Western.
Yeah, it's
But
just them on their ranch in
1883
Montana or some shit. Like it's kind of cool.
Is airing where? In Paramount is where? Because I
Yeah, you
cannot
can get a
find
free
anywhere.
trial for 6 days or just
In 6 days, I
Put
will
it on
not
the farm.
finish all. No, I was checking one thing because Iron King have here these. Hot Toys removed the John Wick teaser.
yeah, I
It's
see
not
that.
there
Someone
anymore.
I did
comment,
see
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That suit looks very well tailored.
they
No.
removed that.
I will be picking up that John Wick for sure.
Did they ever find out who shot JR?
But we are talking about what?
No,
In my
Mafia
own
knows.
stream, we are talking about what?
Before your time. No, it's actually not, but all it kind of is. But
If you guys want to see a good TV show, give a chance to Ted Lasso. It's amazing. I love that.
I've heard good things, yeah.
Ted Lasso is amazing.
I wonder in that John Wick, will he like be missing a finger? Surely he has to be missing a finger, or like, do you know?
well, maybe they
hope so.
just give you some hands that are like that.
Yeah,
That's easy.
Or they send you a small Caesar, and if you want, you cut the finger by yourself.
Yeah, I mean you could. I mean,
Sounds good.
OG fan when Star Wars was Star Wars. Who shot JR? Probably because they gave John all of his fingers. I'm sure these. Okay. So you were talking about TV shows, right? That's the entertaining thing you do in my own stream.
yeah,
You
man,
said
we
to
talk
about
television.
something. Okay, let's
Picard
talk
season
Mando
3.
now. Let's.
Absolutely
Boy,
amazing.
No, I don't want to talk about Mando because I'm disappointed a bit.
Well, naturally.
It's a slow
Picard
burn.
season 3, man.
No, I really don't understand why they are doing this. Really, now we already don't know where they are going with the story.
So do
I
you think
always
it's going to
thought,
fall
okay,
flat?
I don't know. I thought this season was about like recover Mandalore or with something like that. Or something. It seems like every episode it's a own episode. Like before when we have the cartoons that every weekend you have a new story. It's not. They are not connecting much stuff. Now Grogu is training to be a Mandalorian. We will see Grogu with a helmet. I don't know.
It's because
Yeah,
he's
I feel like this whole thing has just felt so flat. And you're like, oh, he's going to Mandalore, and he went to fucking Mandalore, and now it's like, now we're in a cave.
I really want these two.
the shows
back
are
again, but I don't know.
created
Someone
as a
messaged me.
product, right? It's to sell toys. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, but
That's-
sorry to
But
tell
Star
they're
you,
Wars
not
always-
going to
but
sell toys
until
if
now,
like
in
they
season
don't really
3,
capture the audience either. You know what I
But
mean?
this season, I don't see one toy that I want from there until now. There's nothing. What I want.
Well, that's good. It's good for your wallet.
A new Bo-Katan with the Mudhorn.
Well, what I mean is I think they've painted themselves in a corner, and possibly intentionally, because I'm not even talking about us as like 6-scale collectors, but like Grogu is like their cash cow. So they need to keep him around in the show because that's where they make a ton of money from, you know, all the younger kids, the stuff at Targets and, you know, Toys R Us, all that kind of stuff, right? So he still needs to be in the show. And then it feels like, I don't know, it's like shoehorned. I don't know. It's
I don't
It's
know.
a weird
I
situation.
don't know when I heard this, if it wasn't on the stream, if it was on a podcast, but someone was saying that supposedly Grogu would stay with Luke, and that was that. Grogu stay with Luke, and Mando, we will follow Mando through this.
Yeah, I figured his arc was done, but they don't want to
Yeah,
do
was
that
done.
because that's where the
But
merchandise
seems
is
that
at.
Disney wanted Grogu to stay. That's why then they created all that thing of Grogu coming back to Mando, and I don't know. I really don't know. I think all of us thought Grogu was cool, but now it's already irritating because I don't need always to see him on screen. I don't know where they are going with this, really.
I'm going to wait and see the end of this season before I
Yes, of course.
make up my
Me
mind.
too.
Like I haven't seen the 4th episode, but what I did find is that like I think the show, if it wasn't for Grogu from the start, could have been a really one-dimensional show. It could have been just like, yeah, he's a badass bounty hunter, and that's cool. But then this unlikely relationship shows that empathy and that different level to him. I think that's what makes it interesting. But I get what you're saying now. It's just Grogu overload, maybe.
Yeah,
So-
see, I disagree. I think if they would have done it the way I would have liked it, which they didn't for obvious
He
reasons.
shot Grogu in the face on the first episode and took the money.
Grogu, none of that shit. They no, not even Mandalorian. This show should have just been a Boba Fett show,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Right? Because they were like, how do we make a Boba Fett kind of bounty hunter dude that doesn't use George Lucas's stuff, you know? And that's what the Mando is. Because originally we were supposed to get like a Fett show, remember? Like before they announced this Mandalorian stuff. And I think that's what they did.
But Boba
And then they gave
will
us the
come
book
on
of
season
Boba
2.
Fett and they made him a joke. So it's, you know, is he even in season 3? I haven't watched season 3 yet. There's any Boba
it's
Fett in
just
season
all
3?
the other Mandalorians. Yeah. No Boba Fett.
He's the only one who's not in there, Anthony. You can have an orange Boba Fett. You can have a blue Boba Fett. They're all there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are all there. They are really all
Do you
there.
think they'll give Grogu a helmet this season?
Possibly.
That would look ridiculous.
That's what I thought they were gonna do. I was like, no, wait, are they really gonna actually start doing this? And I was like, oh boy.
No, because now they are the most. I think the Anthony didn't see the and I don't want to stay here
I don't care.
speaking about
I don't care.
because now they are stuck there in that beach side or wherever they are. I think now they need to leave from there. But now tell what we are expecting now. For example, you already see, right, Shane?
I've seen the first 3 episodes, but I don't mind if you want to talk about the 4th. I don't care if you spoil it. I'll be watching it in an hour. I look. I genuinely don't care because it's like, you know, it's
I'm like that with Shane. I'm like, God, whatever.
yeah.
Like,
Like,
I
it's
just
just,
don't
man,
care.
it's-
Like,
My meaning is that is there's a lack of continuity in this story because now we cannot grab to anything. The next episode can be anything they want because there's
Nothing's happened yet, really, from what I've seen from the first 3 episodes.
Nothing. I don't know what can happen now.
I'm trying to recall. I know that Bo-Katan's. Oh, I don't. Sorry, you don't care, Anthony, or
I don't
know,
care.
People in the chat. Well, yeah, but I see what you're saying. There's nothing that tangible. I'm like, oh, I see where the story's going. It's like 3 little side quests type thing.
I think the problem.
The only thing is the Bo-Katan with Mythosaur, nothing more.
I think they try to pull too much from the Clone Wars, and or possibly Rebels. I don't know. I don't watch those. And
oh yes, Mario is right. Grogu has to speak before he
Now,
can earn the armor.
Grogu is the Maggie Simpson of Star Wars. She will never talk.
there you go, Joel. It's finished. You happy, bro?
Wow, what's the quantity of that?
I mean, I don't
It's
know.
a venti. Is it a venti?
It
It's
is
20 ounces. 20 ounces?
Okay.
Would that be right? No, it can't be 20 ounces, is it?
Do you have mLs there? ML?
I don't know.
How many
Do I have what?
ml milliliters? They don't write.
Do I
there in
have them?
milliliters. No, if the cup is
No,
written in the
we
cup.
are an American country.
Man, this
We don't believe
America,
in that.
bro. We don't use your. No, I'm kidding. No, but I mean, it can convert it, of course. Nah, 0 grams of sugar, bro. I don't fuck with sugar. I don't drink sugar. I don't eat sugar.
A venti
Joker
is
Jay saying-
591 milliliters. So just over half a liter. So ounces
Okay, half a
would
liter,
be-
yeah.
Oh Jesus, half a liter of coffee.
Hey,
That's just the
it's
first one
Friday
today.
now.
That's 70 grams of sugar, says Joker J.
If you drink sugar, I don't fuck with sugar.
The
Yeah,
problem is there's
20
no
ounces.
food
That's why they
grades.
call it a venti. Venti means 20 in French or Italian or something. So, yeah, it's 20 ounces.
French or Italian or something.
Yes.
You
one of those-
sound
I
like
think-
a
I think
bona
it's- I
fide
think it's-
American right there,
I
bro.
think, yeah, one of those foreign places.
Right,
no,
one
I
of
thi-
those people. I don't know.
I think it's 20. I think venti is 20 in French. Surely someone in the chat has to know if that's
Come on, man. We live in this society, bro. We could just Google this shit.
yeah. The venti.
Can we talk Picard? Is anyone else besides me and Anthony into
I haven't
Picard?
seen the last episode, and these guys aren't Star Trek fans.
I even don't know what
Okay.
what is Picard or Packard or Bacardi. I know Bacardi.
It's so good, bro. It's so good. Season 3 of
It's
Picard.
a
If you're
show
a Star
about
Trek
redemption
fan.
of 2. Yeah, don't watch the first 2 seasons. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But I haven't seen this week's episode yet.
20 is 20 in Jawa. Even though it says Filoni and Favreau wrote most of the decision, I suspect Filoni took lead and was main showrunner this season, as a lot of the dialogue is cartoonish at best. I think his next episode is directed by the Spider-Man guy.
Yeah, but that's the problem, right? It's that I feel like Filoni, he's just cool with the animated stuff, right? So I feel like he's trying to bring all that into this live action, and we've seen that. We've seen that in Mando. We saw that in Book of Boba Fett.
It's
I
not
guess
working.
it's cool if you're catering to the people who watch the cartoons, but does that alienate your casual audience? Is what I wonder, right? Like somebody like my mom who doesn't watch shit of Star Wars but would watch The Mandalorian because of, Grogu or something, right? A casual viewer on Disney Plus is watching the show. Is there enough there? Is there enough substance there that they can follow along without feeling like I don't know what all this stuff is because you're pulling all these references from the animations, right? Are they trying to tie all that together in some weird thing? I mean, Ahsoka even, right? We're bringing her in. Like nobody, like if you've never watched any, Clone Wars or anything, like you wouldn't know who Ahsoka was. Does that
When
make
you see
sense?
here, episode 5 is directed by Peter Ramsey. The 6 is Bryce Dallas Howard. and 7 and 8 by Rick Famuyiwa. Does this shine any light for you?
Does it shine any light on me? Nah, bro. There's a rainy cloud over my head. No, I don't know. I don't know. Like directing is one thing, but the writing is all that matters, bro. The writing is key in anything you've ever seen, read, played, right? Not to take away from directors by any stretch, or you know anybody else involved, but like the writing has to be, the writing is what has to draw you in, right? Like I don't know, like I'm trying to think of a show that had great writing. There's a ton of them.
You just need a good story and good characters. Without the writing, you don't have that, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? And then you can get a director, like you can just get a regular TV director guy who's just doing the shots. If the story's badass, you've captured everybody. They're already compelled to tune in because the story is amazing, and that's what I think we need. And I don't feel like a lot of that is present these days in a lot of forms, whether it's TV, movies. There's hit and misses. But I think there's more misses than there's hits. But maybe that's me.
No, it's true, man. It's just like, think back watching Breaking Bad when it was first out. I just remember like Reeves couldn't wait from week to week for those last few episodes, just because there was always that bit of development. You cared if someone died, you were intrigued, you didn't know what was going to happen. It was just bloody good TV. I feel like that actually with 1883, right from the first or second episode, I was invested, because they did enough with the story and the characters and the acting just to draw me in. Joel, I gotta go. It's dinner time downstairs, buddy.
We are finishing up as well. I was just checking here what you guys the last question. What you guys think of Steven Knight hired for future Star Wars movies?
I don't know who he is.
Yeah, doesn't ring a bell.
As long as they're good, I don't care. As long as past mistakes, I don't care. Just give us good Star Wars, man.
Andre made a great point there. Andor. That had good writing. That was good.
Andor has great.
Anthony didn't like.
No, listen. Andor is great writing. The problem is I don't feel like it's great television. What I mean by that is that a lot of the people who watch Star Wars are just used to the pew pew action, lasers and space battles and lightsabers, and you see what I'm saying? Because I read a lot of Star Wars novels, like ever since I was a kid, and I kept saying I think Andor would be really great as a book, but then I don't know how many people read. I can imagine reading it and being like, wow, I'm really engaged in this book, but I can see where a lot of people didn't like watching the show because it's not what they were used to, right? And if you took the Star Wars theme out of Andor and you looked at the story and the characters, I think it's a well-written show. I just feel like maybe a lot of people watched it were kind of like, whoa, I'm not used to that, right? So they were like, oh, I don't like it, it's boring or it's slow, but there's a good story there.
Single Songwriter, thank you so much for giving us this info. He's giving the info of the directors. Yeah, Ender I liked. I enjoyed, and I'm expecting the Ahsoka show too. Really, I think that one have potential to be a good one. I think so. Oh, but okay, guys, we are going to finish up from here. It's also 2 a.m. in my side. I need to sleep. I think Mafia is going to stream now because he's full of energy with coffee. You want to go to your channel?
No, I'm not going to stream today. But I am going to work on a video that I want to showcase to the community about these cool signs that I'm working with this guy. So I'm going to make a video on that and I've showed you already, obviously,
Yeah,
and then
those signs I'm getting. I want one in the Back to the Future. Those signs look amazing.
yeah, and it's a nice 15% off code through me, so it's cool. So I'm gonna make a little video on it if I get around to it today. I'll try to upload it today, and then of course my stream tomorrow night. So
Yep, and Shane, because just now you said you were leaving and we are leaving too. But what you have coming up on your channel?
Thanks for thanks for the invite. Yeah, I haven't done a kind of reaction video to the Kang announcement yet, so I'll do that, and then I'm gonna maybe just mess around with the Joker for another day or two before I start doing the review, because I want to just see if I notice anything maybe that hasn't been noticed before or something like that. But overall, I'm very happy with it. But yeah, that's going to be coming up. That'll be live within the next few, maybe not this weekend, probably next weekend. I'm just going to spend a bit of time doing it. I want to be thorough, So yeah, that's it.
And Hector, my friend, thank you for coming, and sorry for taking
Thank you for the invite.
your lunch time. And hopefully next time we will see you we'll see you live in camera, as we did before.
Hopefully, and then everyone can let me know how much I look like David Harbour. So yeah,
let's see that pretty face,
Mm-hmm.
David Harbour. You.
Calvin, thank you for coming, and wish you
Appreciate the invite. Sorry, I
wish
keep
you
hitting dead zones and keep falling
no,
out.
it's all good. It's all good. We will see you later in LWO, right? You will be there.
Yeah, depending on how quickly I can turn this around, if I can get back home or not. But if not, I'll be back in the office. I'll probably just be in the dark because by that time it'll be nighttime. So you'll just hear the voice. But yeah, I would definitely be on with you guys tonight.
LWO, I will be there too. What time is it? 8 PST, right?
Marco just said 8, so yeah,
8,
for us.
8 PST.
Who
Thank
is
you everyone
hosting
for
it?
Marco, one six
Oh, he
fix.
is.
1 6 fix.
Okay.
1 6 fix. And
So
remember to
Marco will whip
subscribe.
everybody in shape.
Yeah. Remember to subscribe everyone here. 1 6 Scale Mafia, the 1 6 figure focus, and I will let the description the Instagrams also of everyone. Thank you for stopping by, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye bye. We're still live.
Still counting down.
I still see the ticket.